For the first time in his 21-year NBA career, LeBron James is missing opening night, not for rest, not for family reasons, but because of sciatica, a nerve condition that causes sharp pain radiating from the lower back down through the legs. According to Shams Charania, LeBron is expected to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, meaning he'll miss the season opener against the Warriors, his debut for the new season, and there's no word yet on when he'll actually return to the court. At first glance, that seems understandable. The man is pushing 40 and has logged more than 66,000 minutes across regular season and playoff games.
I told you this was coming. LeBron James isn't hurting. He's pouting. He's rebelling. He's going little kid on the Los Angeles Lakers for the way they have treated or mistreated him, in his view. He's saying, okay, if Luke is the man, if I'm not in your plans, then I'm basically going to take my basketball and go home.
His body has been through wars. Every legend eventually confronts the limits of time, but still.
And his team are brilliant at creating injury excuses. Nobody in the history of sports has ever been more clever and deceitful in faking and creating and exaggerating injuries than LeBron James and his camp.
Something about this doesn't sit right, especially because this injury update came just weeks after reports surfaced that the Lakers were hesitant to offer LeBron a new contract extension. That's when fans and analysts started connecting the dots fast. Was this truly about LeBron's health, or was it about leverage? Just days before the injury news broke, LeBron was spotted laughing, spinning, and dancing on Kai Cenat's live stream. No limp, no stiffness, no sign of pain. He was jumping around, cracking jokes, vibing, mouthing off like a man in perfect shape. Social media exploded. Clips of LeBron dancing flooded timelines again, this time accompanied by sarcastic captions like, "Sciatica must be cured when the cameras are on." Fans weren't buying the storyline. People began asking the obvious. How do you go from dancing effortlessly on a live stream to being sidelined for a month with a debilitating nerve condition? And that's not all. All summer long, LeBron was everywhere. From Sprite Sheer campaigns to golf tournaments and brand events, walking, swinging clubs, laughing with fans.
This player to ever touch a basketball. LeBron Raymond James.
So when the Lakers suddenly dropped the bomb that he'd miss his first ever opening night, it didn't feel like a coincidence. It felt like strategy. Because remember this, it's not just any season. It's a contract year. And things between LeBron and the Lakers front office have grown quietly complicated. He's still the biggest name in basketball, still a ratings magnet, but let's be real. The Lakers haven't sniffed a championship since 2020. With time running out, the team reportedly isn't sure it wants to hand him another massive extension that could tie up their salary cap for years. When that story first broke, most people brushed it off. LeBron's bigger than any contract, fans said. He'll get his money. But apparently that hesitation hit a nerve. Now, all of a sudden, the team gets to see what life looks like without the king for a few weeks. You can't tell me that timing doesn't feel.
Look at it. Look at him. Watch this. Watch this shit. Nah, Brian. That man, Brian, funny.
Analysts wasted no time jumping in. Skip Bayless was one of the first to sound off, saying, "You're telling me the guy who was dancing on Kai Cenat's livestream can't walk onto the court for opening night? I'm not buying it." That clip exploded across NBA Twitter because it echoed what fans were already thinking. Something just doesn't add up. Even Stephen A. Smith weighed in on First Take, arguing that even if LeBron's sciatica is real, the timing, the optics, the sudden pullout right after all that contract tension, It just feels too deliberate, too neat. And that's the thing with LeBron James. Nothing he does is random. Gilbert Arenas nailed it when he said, LeBron's been controlling narratives his whole career. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he's right. LeBron doesn't just play basketball, he plays chess with perception. Every move, every post, every injury update is part of a larger strategy to stay 2 steps ahead. Every offseason, every quote, every cryptic Instagram story, it's all part of LeBron's playbook to control the narrative. None of this is new. Remember the decision? The chaos, the backlash, the criticism. Then boom, he flipped the entire story by heading to Miami and transforming into a...
Injured in LeBron right now is his pride that got stepped on by, of all people, the Lakers. I told you this was coming because it was clear to me and a shock to me that as the Lakers were extending Luka and extending open hands to Luka, as in, we'll do everything in our power to make you happy as the new face of this franchise.
LeBron's career has always walked that fine line between athlete and actor, between leader and strategist. So when a mysterious injury surfaces right after the Lakers hesitate to show loyalty, fans can't help but feel like they're watching another scripted episode in this never-ending drama. This one's got all the classic ingredients: a front office under pressure, a global superstar with more leverage than any athlete alive, and a brand new head coach, JJ Redick, who just so happens to be LeBron's close friend and podcast partner. Now, here's where it gets wild. LeBron steps away sidelined by injury, and who's suddenly in charge? Redick, his own media ally. A rookie coach with zero professional coaching experience, handpicked, shielded, and empowered by LeBron himself. If that doesn't scream power move, what does? Fans have even started jokingly calling it the Lee coach era, suggesting that LeBron's injury is part of a larger plan, giving Redick space to prove himself under LeBron's blueprint without risking LeBron's body early in the season. That way, when LeBron makes his grand return, he can swoop in and save his rookie coach, reinforcing his role as the franchise's ultimate architect.
Every penny he gets, he's earned. He's a great ambassador for the NBA. Nobody can deny it. And we will miss him when he's gone. Shockingly to some of you, that includes me. I will miss him when he's gone. He's been that great.
LeBron James isn't just a player, he's the de facto dictator of the NBA narrative. And now, with his close friend JJ Redick stepping in as head coach, the plot twist is perfect. Meanwhile, all the pressure shifts once, again, to Anthony Davis. The same Anthony Davis critics have long labeled made of glass is now expected to carry the Lakers through one of their toughest opening stretches in years. Skip Bayless put it plainly. AD can't carry this team without LeBron. We've seen this movie before. And he's right. Whenever LeBron's off the floor, the Lakers look lost, hesitant, like they're waiting for permission to move. That's no coincidence. It's what happens when an entire team's identity orbits one man's gravitational pull. So whether this injury is legitimate or a Hollywood-style stunt, the Lakers remain trapped in the same loop. Everything still revolves around LeBron, even when he's not playing. And let's not forget the money. LeBron is still cashing a $52.6 million paycheck this season. That's over $1 million every week. Playing or not, the check clears the same. For a man who's been executing business moves since his rookie year, that's the ultimate power play. Sure, he's chasing rings, but he's also chasing control over his image, his legacy, and his bank account. If this injury also happens to remind the Lakers just how fragile life looks without him, message received. You still need me more than I need you. Even Shannon Sharpe, one of LeBron's most vocal defenders, had to keep it real. Bron earned the right to rest if he needs it. But if this is about that extension, that's a bad look. And that's exactly the tightrope LeBron's walking right now. If he's truly hurt, everyone's got his back. But if this is strategy disguised as recovery, it chips away at the very leadership image he spent decades building. LeBron has always sold himself as the ultimate professional, showing up, setting the standard, taking care of his body, leading by example. But if fans start to believe he's weaponizing injuries to send front office messages, that polished image begins to crack. Wesley. Wes Brown didn't mince words either. LeBron's out here acting like the victim when he's running the whole show. Stop playing with the fans, man. That raw frustration hit deep, especially for fans who already feel the NBA has morphed from a sport into a stage, where every headline, every injury, and every comeback feels scripted. Every setback reads like a plot point. Every announcement feels bigger than the game itself, because even while recovering, LeBron is still running the news cycle like a master producer. He doesn't have to touch the court. The entire conversation still circles back to him. Meanwhile, players like Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and Giannis Antetokounmpo are grinding through training camp, locked in on chemistry, focus, and pure competition. LeBron? He spent the summer headlining live streams, ad campaigns, and viral clips. That contrast stings. One group is focused on the game, the other on attention. His timeline over the past few months read like a meticulously curated PR tour. First, the cryptic Decision 2 teaser that had fans speculating about a major announcement. Then, the Hennessy ad campaign, reminding everyone that his off-court empire might now be his true passion. And right after that, boom, the sudden sciatica diagnosis. At this point, it's starting to feel like every time his name fades from headlines, something new conveniently drags it right back into the spotlight. For a man who's built an empire on controlling the narrative, stepping away from basketball while remaining front and center in every conversation might just be his latest masterpiece. Stephen A. Smith said it best. LeBron James is the most media-conscious athlete in history. Every move is deliberate. LeBron knows exactly how this works. He knows the cameras will chase him no matter what. He knows a back injury headline will dominate ESPN for a week straight. And when he finally returns, the story writes itself. The king is back to save the Lakers. So whether this sciatica is real or another one of LeBron's chess moves, the ending's already scripted. LeBron wins the narrative, again. When the Lakers lose without him, it proves how much they need him. When he returns and drops highlight reel dunks, chase down blocks, and clutch buckets, it all reads like redemption, proof that he's still the engine driving the entire franchise. It's the perfect script, if you're writing a movie. But for fans who just want basketball, this whole spectacle feels exhausting. The NBA used to be about competition, rivalries, grit, and authentic comebacks. Now it often feels like a popularity contest about who can trend the longest. Wes Brown put it bluntly, yelling straight into his camera, "This ain't basketball no more. This is Hollywood." And honestly, that's exactly what it feels like. A league where headlines matter more than hustle, and optics outweigh actual wins. LeBron's absence, whether real or strategic, is another stark reminder that today's NBA isn't just about who wins the game. It's about who wins the conversation.
He is not a good teammate. Obviously, he runs the media pretty much, and he tries to control his narrative. But if we actually go and have a conversation with inside of the NBA and have a conversation with the players, nobody wants to play with him. Listen, my whole life, I'm fighting against dictators. So when I see a dictator, I know it. LeBron is literally like the dictator of the NBA. He controls the media, he controls his narrative. If you go against his agenda, you will get traded, and everybody knows it, So he's pretty much like the dictator.
And once again, LeBron James sits atop that scoreboard, without even lacing up his sneakers, because even when he's sidelined, even when he's supposedly hurt, he's still the story. And that's what real power looks like in today's NBA. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think LeBron's injury is legit, or another masterclass in narrative control? Either way, we'll